Let's make a tie together. The first thing I did is to turn my fabric to the wrong side and drew a start line from the side. Since my fabric isn't perfectly straight, I drew a start line, then squared across at the top. Next, I measured 30.5 inches in length and 7 inches in width, creating a rectangular shape. Then I cut it out. I marked the wrong side with a W and flipped the working pattern to the right side. Remember, flip it to the right side. I double checked my width to ensure it was still 7 inches. Then I marked 7 inches along the length side and slanted it with a ruler like you can see in the video before cutting it out. Cut it out. Then I flipped the piece, pinned it down so that it wouldn't move, and took it to my machine to sew. After joining that part, I opened up the seam line and gave it a good press. Next, I folded it as shown in the video and pressed it well. Please excuse my iron's open mouth. It fell really bad from my hand yesterday and it split open. But it's still hot, so I'm still going to keep using it for the meantime till I have time to carry it to town and have it fixed. Then I aligned the triangle and pinned it. When you align the two triangular sides, you will notice the other part of the fabric looks slightly slanted. Don't worry about it. Just join it the way it is slanted like that with an 1/2 inch seam allowance. But don't sew all the way to the top. Stop about 2 inches from the top and leave that opening. I turned the inside out already. Then I now realized that I forgot to press my seams open. So I turned it back to the wrong side and pressed it open. Then turn it back to the right side. See, pressing your seam lines is very important because to me, it just really elevates the look of whatever I make. And I never sew without ironing, personally. After you've pressed your seam open, align it to have the shape of a tie. Just align it to look like what is in the video. So I set aside the piece and took my fabric again. Now you go back to the first piece that you have. You measure that, what you have. Mine was 4.5 inches in width at the end of the day. So I decided to cut a new strip of 30 inches by 4.5 width. Okay, the length is 30, the width is 4.5. Then after cutting the rectangle out, I created a bias strip on both the first piece and the second piece that I just cut out. So I came down with about 1.5 inch on both the first piece and the second piece, and I slanted it, okay, to create a bias strip. Now, there's a mistake I made when I was doing mine. I really hope what I'm trying to say will be able to you get it. So on my second strip, the new one that I just cut, the 4.5 inch width that I just cut, I flipped it to the right side and slanted down 1.5. When you're doing yours, please don't flip it to the right side. On the wrong side, just slant down by 1.5 inch. Then on my main bodies, or on the first piece that we worked on, I also came down by 1.5 inch as well. So by the time I join it, it will have like a bias joint that makes it very seamless. Okay, yeah. Another thing is when you're trying to join the bias ends, make sure that the upward slant is to the downward slant. If you align two upward slants together, the joining will look awkward, okay? Because I joined it using two upward slants facing each other. After joining, it looked very awkward, so I had to loosen it and cut out another strip and made my slant on the wrong side instead of the right side, okay? So I aligned it. I really hope this video you'd get what I'm trying to say, Sha. After joining and I aligned my bias cut well, I opened up the seam and pressed it well again. I then aligned it as it is shown in the video. The slim part of the tie at that edge, it should be around 1 inch wide. You can make yours about 1.5 inch if you want, but I don't recommend you going beyond that. You can create any slant design that you like for the slim edge, the other edge of the tie. But because I'm making this for a female customer, I chose something to be a little bit more stylish, so I just did a normal slant. You see it in a bit. Then I trimmed off the excess fabric, pressed the seams open again, closed the slim edge with my preferred slant. At this point, NEPA took light, so I switched to my gas iron because I always iron as I sew. Nothing can stop me. Even the NEPA cannot stop me. Are you kidding? So finally, I closed the opening using hemming gum. That part, you can unstitch it, but I did not unstitch. I closed it with hemming gum, but I didn't close it on camera. I forgot to film that part. I also used hemming gum to the triangular front to keep it neat and to prevent fraying. And that's it. Our tie is ready. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you found this video helpful. And excuse my, is it Windsor knots? I really don't know how to knot a tie for the life of me. I tried it multiple times. Before I got this one, hey! I tried it about 7 times, and I'm not exaggerating, before I got something fairly good. So please excuse how crooked the tie knot looks, but the tutorial, I'm pretty sure you found it helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment if you have any question. If there's any tutorial you want me to do, I can do that for you. Thank you. Bye.